Without question. Let's keep it going here and talk about this run. It's going to be quite the run. 132 days along the way. You're going to still be working mostly tags and six mans, usually teaming with Barry Windham. You guys were pretty routinely challenging Doom for the World Tag Team titles. But Super Brawl 1 is quite the showdown. It's you and your best friend, Bobby Eaton, May 19th, 1991, St. Petersburg, Florida. And Bobby Eaton gets a singles title. We haven't talked about this, but I would assume it would be your great honor to help Bobby Eaton get a singles title, because this was a prime spot for Bobby, especially in this era, was it not?
Yes, it was. And before we get to that, we were jumping on Doom quite frequently. What were we thinking? Answer, we weren't. Those guys beat Barry Windham and myself half to death on a nightly basis, and there wasn't a whole lot we could do about it. Okay, moving ahead to Bobby Eaton. No one deserved a singles push and all the accolades that you can give him. Any amount of money would not have been commensurate with what Bobby Eaton was worth. And I would say, and I have said on many times, Bobby Eaton was in that top 5 performers of all time. Now, you could take the other 4 and change the order. Bobby could have been number 5. He could have been number 1. Who knows? He was just that good. And he was one of those guys that loved to work and didn't mind working hard and giving you 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever was necessary. And I was honored to lay right there in the middle and him drop that leg off the top. 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't have been any happier doing it for anybody that was perceived a bigger star in the business. Bobby Eaton and I went out and tore the joint down, if I do say so myself, because the single-mindedness was he was trying to make me and I was trying to make him. And at the end of the day, the thing that got over was the match. And you had a new champion right in the middle. No hocus pocus, no BS. Bobby deserved that. I wish I could have only done more.
It's a big deal because Bobby has historically been known as a tag wrestler. I know once upon a time back in like 81, he won the television title in the Georgia Championship Wrestling territory, but realistically on a big stage, this is his first and only singles title, and him being your buddy and one of your favorite opponents, probably a really big deal. Around this same time, we should mention that you guys are having Bobby dabble in a little singles competition. And he even wrestles Ric Flair in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the world title on a Clash of the Champions. But for whatever reason, they never really went with him as a single star. Do you think it was his lack of a promo that kept him from doing that? I mean, and if so, why can't they just put a manager with him or just let Corny do it? Because he's enough talker for the locker room, right?
Oh yeah. If you would have had Cornette do the talking, that would have been great. There's always been this stigma of if a guy can't talk up to whoever's expectations are calling the shots at the time, but unless a guy is a top flight promo guy, it's hard to use him at the very top. And it holds a lot of guys back, performance wise. Bobby was not great on the stick. Bobby was tremendous in the ring. And, but I think it was just a very common, almost a rule of thumb. If a guy couldn't talk, you were kind of pigeonholed on how far you could use him up the card. Him and Rick, I can only imagine, was as good as anything that's ever been on TV.
Yeah. Go out of your way to watch some of these matches. I'm going to recommend that you watch the Super Brawl 1 match. If you're going to watch one match that we're going to talk about today, go out of your way to watch that. Bobby Eaton, Arn Anderson, May 19th, 1991.